Aloha and welcome to Knitted Paradise, where the needles are clicking and the yarn is squishy. My name is Lucia and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Pearl of the Pacific. Today is Saturday, June 4th, and this is my knitting podcast. Oh, it's episode 122. That's what comes next. I'm a little rusty. It's been a couple weeks because I have had family in town. I still have family in town. And things have been kind of crazy, so my normal routine has been a little disrupted, but I decided to just record today because I had some minutes, and so here I am. So let's get started with Below the Conch Shell. We have the April and May knit-along has wrapped up. I closed the thread, and there were tons and tons of gorgeous projects, so thank you so much everyone who participated in that knit along. It was really awesome. And the winner that I drew was number 91, who is Tales of Yarn, who is Cindy. So Cindy, if you could get in contact with me and let me know your physical mailing address and full name, I will get that skein sent out to you. I forgot to bring it with me today, but it's a gorgeous skein of another crafty girl. I think it's her strong sock in totally forget the colorway, but it's like maroon, like dark reds and a little bit of brown and some olive green in there. It's stunning. All right, the other knit along that's going on still is the Night at the Theater shawl cowl. That's still going on, and that will be going on to the end of June because I know it's a big shawl and it takes a long time to knit. I've now knit 3 of them. I know they take a long time, so I wanted to give people ample time to knit that. So that's still going on. And both of those threads, all my knit-along threads, you can find in the Ravelry group, which is Knitted Paradise Podcast. And now that we've wrapped up one knit-along, we're going to start another one, and that is going to be the first annual Friends Fraternal swap cowl. So the way this is going to work, I did post a Ravelry thread in the group to kind of get the ball rolling for people. And the way it's going to work is that you get to choose a friend. Either it's someone you already know that you want to swap with, or post in the thread that you would like to find someone, and either I'll help connect you or you can kind of connect yourselves. It's kind of up to you. And what's going to happen is that you're each going to pick a skein of yarn, and you're going to send each other enough yarn for heels and toes and cuffs if you decide that as well. And you can either choose to knit the same pattern or similar patterns or different patterns. I don't really care. But the idea is that you will have fraternal socks by the end. And I really like this idea. I've done it before in another group, and I really liked it. I really like having memories knit into my objects. Every time I wear those pairs of socks or that I see that pair of socks, you know, I think of that person and it's really special. And so I wanted to do that in the group, and I want to do it once a year because I think it's really fun to just connect with someone and and swap some yarn. So the only requirement is to send enough yarn for heels and toes. Other than that, you and your partner can decide what else you want to put in that package. Whether it's other mini skeins, if they're doing like a mini skein blanket, or if it's tea or chocolate, or maybe a full skein of local yarn, or whatever else you want to put in there. It's up to you guys. And that way it's, the minimum is pretty low so that it's not stressful. And it's pretty cheap, I think, to send. I think it's about 10 grams of yarn is enough. It's about 30 yards, I think, is what I sent last time. So, I don't remember exactly what that is, but I will hopefully be measuring it out because I've been in contact with my partner, and I think we know what yarn we're swapping and what pattern we're doing. And so I will measure mine out and put that in the thread when I figure it out. And so go post in the thread or contact me. Either way, I can hook you up with a swap partner, and this will be going on for June and July. There won't be any prizes because the prize is, kind of the swap and the connecting with friends. but we will be doing a knit along. So the idea is that the swap will take place in June. I know it's a little late to be announcing this. Sorry, I didn't get my stuff together early enough. But send the swap in June, and hopefully it's pretty quick because it's not an elaborate package. And then we will knit along in, from whenever you get your package till the end of July. So we can share things in the thread there. So that is happening, which I'm very excited about. The other thing that's happening is the local meetup on June 11th. Please let me know if you're coming. I haven't heard from anyone. I think one person has said that they are probably coming. So if you're available and are coming, please let me know, because if no one's going to come, then I'm not going to set it up. I hope to have one, a few times a year so that this can kind of become a regular thing. So if you can't make it this time, don't worry, there will be another one. The last announcement is that I'm going to be hosting a fitness along. I'm going to be hosting a fitness challenge group, and I'm going to make a whole separate Ravelry group for it, so it won't get mixed up in the podcast stuff. But I just wanted to announce that in the beginning. I'll be talking about it more later, but that will be happening. So if you're interested in that, let me know and I will send you details. But I'll be talking about it a little bit more later. I just wanted to announce it first off. Okay, let's get to some knitting, shall we? So, things that are on the needles are a Skew sock by Lana Holden. Sorry, I'm all confused by my show notes here. It's been a while. Wow, I get out of practice. I finished one sock. This is Skew, as I said, and the yarn is Mint Rain in her twist sock in the Gryffindor colorway. And I have finished the first one, and I have not cast on the second one yet because I'm waiting for some needles to clear up. I was using them for some other things. I know I always knit them parallel, but I needed the needles for something else. I have some other ones, but I'd have to go dig them out. So that is the first one, and I did have to re-knit the leg because it was too tight. I could get it on, but it was really hard. And I was like, I don't want to have to work that hard to put my socks on. So sock 1 is done. Sock 2 will be going on the needles soon. But those are ready, and those will be, I'm going to wear them at Gen Con with my Gryffindor costume, which I'm very excited about. So those are coming along. The other thing that's on the needles used to be a Skew sock that you've seen before, and it is now the Partied Up and Getting Down pattern by Megan Williams, and this is out of Biscotte and C in the Biscotte base in the Minion colorway. So I had knit these originally in the Skew pattern for a friend of mine, and it turns out that they were too small. And so she gave them back to me. I had her try them on, and they were a gift, and so she didn't know they were coming. Otherwise, I generally say, hey, give me your foot. Can I put this on it? So, yeah, they weren't fitting, so I ripped them back to before the heel, did some more increases, did a heel turn. That was fitting, but a little tight, and then I started up the leg a little bit, and then that wasn't good, and it just wasn't working. So I thought, you know what, let's try a whole different pattern that is a little bit more stretchy that will work. So I just finished a sock of this pattern, and so I thought, hey, I'll do that, and it looks really cool. So I started these the other night. I had ripped them out completely. That's how the bottom's looking. So it's the striping sequence. I'm really enjoying these, but yeah, I just ripped them out and tanned wound the ball. And I've been knitting along. And so there's two of them. One's a little bit behind the other one, but I measured my friend's foot because now she knows that she's getting these. And actually the funny thing is her foot is the same length as mine, but it's wider. Because I was like, oh, she wears a shoe size bigger than me, but her foot is the same length. So that was really interesting to find out that a lot of people buy shoe sizes bigger than the length of their foot because of the width. I know my husband does it because he has a wider foot, and my friend does it because she has a wider foot. So that's kind of fun that I can just measure the length of these against my foot and just know that I need to add more stitches. So these are much more stitches than were on mine. And I'm praying that these will fit. Actually, I know that they're going to fit. They might actually be a little big, but I'm okay with that at this point. So I think I'm almost ready for the gusset on this one, and so I'm trying to get this one caught up. And that shouldn't take too long, because it's a very quick pattern. if you're wanting something fun to do with self-striping yarn, that's a very quick pattern and it's really simple. So I've been enjoying those two things, and I have a few socks that have set sail. I have a whole stack of them actually. I have a stack of socks. So we will start with these ones. These are the That's Not How the Force Works socks out of GnomeAcres in their Trusty sock in the same colorway. The That's Not How the Force Works colorway. These are for my husband. And I did my standard deep pocket heel with a, I have partridge on the bottom of the heel. I'm hoping that this will keep him from having so many holes, because I consistently have a pair of his socks in my mending pile. I have a pair right now that I need to mend and just haven't done. So I'm hoping that this will solve the problem. He said he didn't care that the stripes didn't match. That would drive me nuts, but these are for him and he loves them. I finished them on Memorial Day, just after the Choral Festival, and really I just needed to knit like the cuff and weave in the ends. And he put them on and was wearing them all day, and I was like, can I have those back so I can wash them? I'm like, or just don't get them too dirty. And then he was really concerned, so he's like, I'm just gonna give these back to you. So I washed and blocked them, and now I'm showing these to you when they're all nice and neat. And then I'll give them to him. He's not too hard on his socks, but I was trying to keep them neat. I have to take pictures. I should do that today too. Oh, so many things to do. Okay, the next pair that I finished were my Aoteroa socks, the Party It Up Getting Down pattern by Megan Williams. And the yarn is Stray Cat Yarns in the Aoteroa colorway. And this is you'll see I did in different, the arrows face down instead of up. And the toe-up version is the version I'm doing on the Minion socks, where the arrows point up, and this is actually the cuff down version, but I knit it toe up because I'm weird like that. So these are done. I am super happy with them. I'm really excited to wear them. And yeah, so those are done. These are really simple, easy. I don't know what else I have to say about them. That's that. Standard deep pocket heel. I did pull some yarn out. They are a little different, you'll notice on the back of the heel, which bothers me a little bit, but not that much. So I did pull some yarn out so that the front would remain consistent in the striping sequence. So the back gets a little interrupted at the top of the heel, but I was okay with that. I wanted the front nice. So that's what happened with those. And the last pair that I finished are my breakfast socks, my bacon and egg socks. And these are out of the yarn I showed you last week from GnomeAcres. And this is her house gnome base, and it came in a set of 3, I wouldn't call them mini skeins, they're just not quite full skeins. I think they were like 300 yards a piece, which is practically a full skein. And there was bacon, eggs, and toast. And I haven't used the toast colorway, don't know what's going to happen with that. But I did a bacon and egg sock and an eggs and bacon sock, so that they match, but they're opposite. And yeah, the heel is also opposite. I guess I can show them this way. And I did, similar to my the Sesame Street socks, I did the toe in one color, and then 10 rows, 10 rows, 10 rows, 10 rows, 10 rows, 10 rows with the gusset, and then in the middle of this one, it just happened that that's where the heel should go. So that's where it went. And I actually like the way it looks, where that stripe is split there. So these turned out very well. And I did my asymmetrical toe on these. You can see that there's hardly any, actually it's probably easier to see on this side, that there's a lot of increases here and not very many there. So maybe the next sock pattern I write up, I'll put that in there, but I'm really enjoying the asymmetrical toes. I did that on these ones as well. I haven't done it on my husband's. I don't know if he'll like that. I like it, but I haven't tried it on his. I'm going to try the bottom of the heel. The bottom of the heel. I have partridge pattern first, and we'll go from there. So those were the socks I finished during the Coral Festival. I added it up, and between all those socks, so re-knitting the leg on the Skew pattern, trying to re-knit the other Skew socks, and then afterward I just ended up ripping them out, and knitting on those socks, I think I knitted about 2 pairs of socks in like 4 days. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy, but I had a lot of knitting time, a lot of sitting time, and so that's what happened. So that's 3 pairs of socks toward the Bakery Bears Summer of Socks cowl, and soon to be more. So I'm really excited about that. So that's it for set sale. From the mainland, I got my Freckled Whimsy pre-order, which I'm super excited about. I realize that pre-orders are kind of like a present to your future self, because sometimes I order them and then I forget they're coming, and then all of a sudden I get a shipping notice. It's like, your order is shipped. I'm like, what? I ordered something? Oh yeah, I ordered something. And it's just happy times. You're like, oh yeah, I ordered something. This is great. So I saw on Instagram that she had put up pre-orders for these adorable Shibe bags. And I was like, you know what? I've been hearing so many wonderful things about Freckled Whimsy that I need to try these. I need to try her stuff. And so I thought, this is the perfect excuse, because I know sometimes it's hard to get things from her, and so I thought pre-orders are perfect. Easiest way to get things. So she had a bunch of different colors. I chose the green, mainly because it had a yellow sheep in it, and that made me really happy. There was a blue one that I liked too, but I really liked the color palette in this one, so I went with that. And there's also yellow polka dotted sheep here. I think it's really cute. I also love this, like a raindrop sheep. It's really cute. With the loop-de-loos on this one, for the flowers. Anyway, I love them all. They're all adorable. And the inside is polka dots, which is really fun. And I thought, well, while I'm there, I need to get some yarn too, because I gotta try out all her stuff. Why not, of course. So I got some of her Whimsy base, which is an 80/20. And in the colorway Hope Floats. And I am super happy with this. This was also a pre-order, or a dyed-to-order thing, and she didn't have, so it worked out perfectly that they could both be shipped at the same time. I love this. This is, I couldn't remember what I ordered. I was talking to my sock swap partner for the Fraternal friend sock swap thing, and she's like, oh, what colors did you order? Because I thought, oh, I'll use this skein. And I was like, honestly, I can't remember. I know they're going to be colors that I like, but I couldn't remember what I ordered. They were just pretty, so here it is. I'm really happy with this. So this is what I'm going to use for my Friends Fraternal sock swap cowl thing. So that will be, I'm going to pull out enough for my friend, send them to her, do that. And that's that. So I also asked Carrie, who's the dyer and sewer behind Freckled Whimsy, if she would possibly be interested in sponsoring a giveaway, and she said yes, so that's very exciting. So we have to work out the details of that, but that will be coming up at some future time, at some future cowl. So I'm very excited about this, and I want to use it right away. So I may put some socks in it. But this is some heavy duty fabric. It's like, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's some heavy duty fabric, which I really like. I like my soft bags as well because they're easily squishable, but even this is very squishable. But I like the heavy duty bags. I don't have to worry about things happening. So that's it from the mainland. It's the only yarny thing I got in the mail. I feel like I got other things in the mail. It's been so long that I don't really remember. I try to just put things in a pile, but like as the week happens, or weeks happen, as this one went on, so that when I podcast, I can just go to that pile and say, all right, these are the things I have to talk about. But things got a little discombobulated. Actually, I just looked over here and realized that there's more in the pile. So a while back, I shared that I broke a pair of needles. Here, I'll take them out of the bag so you can see. And what happened is that I was knitting and I pulled this out of my knitting, you know, as you do at the end of the row to kind of like pull it out. I think it was actually in the middle of a row because I was it was a long shawl and it was stopping in the middle of the row. And it just pulled off the base here. And I loved these needles. These are, let me get the business card so I can tell you. Indian Lake Artisans. Here. And I bought them at Vogue Knitting Live a while ago, and they're hexagonal. You're not going to be able to see that, but they're not round. They're actually got flat edges there. And they swivel in the join here. And so I was really sad that this has happened. And so I contacted them and I said, you know, I love your needles, but I was knitting with them and I pulled them out of my knitting and the thing detached, and, you know, I'm going to try super glue it, but I just wanted to let you know. And they said, oh, all of our needles come with lifetime warranty. So let us know which, you know, what size and what wood and all that, and we will replace them and we'll send you a prepaid envelope to send yours back to us. I was like, whoa, this is serious customer service, guys. I highly recommend it. These were not cheap by any means, but the fact that I got them replaced, and even I said, can I get them the needle length a little longer? I was at work when I was sending this email and I couldn't remember how long they were, but I measured the interchangeables that I was knitting with at the time, and they were 5 inches, where I got home and I measured these are 4. And the way I knit, you can kind of see this in the bag, but when I knit like this, I put pressure right on that join. And so I thought, you know what, if I get a longer needle, I won't put pressure on that join, it'll be less likely to break. Brilliant, right? So I said, would it be possible to get them a little longer? And they said, yes. So I got the same cable length, but the needle is a little longer. And I think I got a different wood. I didn't actually unpack them because they're beautifully wrapped in this package. So here, I will unwrap them. But I just thought, like, they even wrapped them and they sent me a prepaid envelope. I won't show you the other side because it's got everyone's address on it. Which I thought, I'm like, this is great. And then they sent me a coupon for 15% off my next order. I was like, this is serious customer service. I highly recommend these guys. They're super nice. They were really fast at communicating with me. And so these are the needles. And they are beautiful. So here they are. So here's the new ones. Yeah, so they rotate actually right here. So they're a little longer, so I won't put pressure on that join as much. They're the same cable length, and they're a little darker wood. I don't know if you can see that in the bag, but I put them in a bag because I kept losing this one. And I was like, you know what, I'm just putting these in a bag so I don't lose them. But yeah, so they're a bit longer. They're an inch longer, and it's perfect. So I am super excited about these. Luckily, I had another set of size 3s, but I just really liked these. So yeah, handcrafted hexagonal needles, and they are in Michigan. So it's made in Michigan, and they hand make all their stuff, and it's beautiful, and they're a joy to knit with. So I highly, highly recommend these. So I will be sending these back to them. I just wanted to show that and share about their amazing customer service, because seriously, they didn't have to do that, and I'm very, very appreciative, and we'll be buying more because this is awesome. So that is the other thing that I got from the Mainland, but I guess it's not a new, it's just an upgrade. So I'm very excited about that. I thought that was so nice. Okay, that's out of the way. So now I wanted to do, I wanted to talk a little bit about the fitness along that I'm going to be doing. So if you're just here for the knitting, I think most of that is over. And yeah, so, okay, just checking. My mother-in-law is out on a walk, and I want to make sure that she's not just wandering around outside waiting for me to let her in. She was kind enough. I was like, text me if you need to come back in so that I don't have to, the buzzer doesn't interrupt, because it's kind of loud. All right, so the fitness salon. So I think I talked about this before, that I just participated in a challenge group, a fitness challenge group, and I really enjoyed that. It was really helpful, having the structured workouts and a meal plan and just a supportive group was really, really helpful. It just kind of gave structure and support to my workouts, which I didn't have before. And so I wasn't seeing as results I wanted, you know, like, oh, well, you know, I got 15 minutes of exercise in, but it wasn't really structured. I was kind of lazy about it. And I was like, you know what, I need to take it up a notch. I need to get some structure around this. I love structure. I need that kind of motivation, and, you know, having a video to watch and someone telling me, okay, you're going to do this for 60 seconds, and then having a timer that a kind of accountability is huge, because otherwise I'm like, I did 5 sit-ups, I'm done. You know, I just get super lazy and tired. And, but having that accountability was really huge for me. And so I had so much fun that I want to do it for other people. So I decided to do that. And I thought I would start with knitters, because I know you guys, and it was a group that I am comfortable with. So I'm putting that out there for anyone who is interested. And I'm about to create the Ravelry group. And if you're interested, let me know, and I'll send you more information and then invite you to the group. I guess I can't stop people from joining the group, but I don't want it to get too big. I want it to be, you know, a nice kind of small supportive group. And the way it's going to work is that you can choose any workout that you want. If you have something that's working for you right now and you just want the support and accountability of a group, that's great. If you're looking for a new workout or something maybe to supplement what you're doing, or just need some structure around it, let me know, and I will be happy to help you find a workout program. I did mine through Beachbody, so that's what I'm going to connect you with. And you buy a challenge pack, which comes with the workouts. I think most of them come with a meal plan. They come with some really amazing protein powder. Some of them come with other goodies and other random things, and you get a lot for the price, which I really appreciated. So that's kind of the options. You don't have to buy a challenge pack. I'm not going to require people to do that. But for me, it was really helpful to just kind of have this package handed to me, and it's like, here's what you're going to do for the next 3 weeks. And that was just really great. I was like, okay, I can do this for 3 weeks. And yeah, so that's the plan. The plan is to start June 13th and go for our 3 weeks, because they say that it takes about 20 to 21 days to form a habit, and 3 weeks is 21 days. So now that I did the 3 weeks, and I took a couple days off because it was the Choral Festival and life was crazy and all I wanted to do was sleep. But now it's just a habit of getting up in the morning and doing my workouts. It's kind of normal now, and I've really been enjoying that. I definitely, by the second week, noticed a difference, and by the third week, they were way easier. And now it's week 4, and I notice a lot of the exercises have gotten a lot easier, which is great. I've had to up my weights, or, up my reps within, because a lot of things are like 60 seconds. So, try to do more in those 60 seconds. And that's been really great. I've noticed that I have more energy. I'm tired kind of in a good way of like, oh, I've used my body, and in a good way. And I feel stronger. I actually have muscles in my arms. Like, look at that. I know. It's really exciting. Before that, I had nothing. Like, I'd go like this, and they looked like this. It's like, oh, look, I have muscles. No, I don't. So I got really excited. I'm just feeling stronger overall. It's helped with the anxiety. It's helped with confidence building. And it's just overall great. And I loved the people in the group. I love the friend from high school who's my coach now, and she's been really amazingly supportive. And so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let me know if you're interested. I'll also post about it on Instagram and stuff. I have some really, really funny ideas for announcing it, and so I'm really excited to put those out there. And also, I've been working on posts for the group, so there'll be daily check-ins that you do, and those you'll be entered to win prizes if you do that, including some yarn, because this is a knitters group. And you know what? If yarn is what motivates you to work out, all for it. Okay, so I've blabbered on about that for quite a while now, and I should probably edit this and get it up. So if you're interested in the fitness along, let me know. If you have any questions about the Friends Fraternal sock swap cowl thing, let me know. And yeah, if you are Cindy, Tales of Yarn, get in contact with me and I will get that yarn shipped out to you hopefully this week. So until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I hope to be back on schedule very soon. My mother-in-law leaves Monday, so things should be mostly back to normal. But until then, I plan on doing lots of knitting. So have a great week, guys. Bye.